All right, how are y'all doing tonight? Well, it's me and Stacy out here on the back porch, smoking some cigarettes, just hanging out. It's a little chilly down here in Florida tonight. There's Stacy May.
Hi.
She wanted to say hi, y'all. She wanted to say hi. She was getting her hair. She's like, "Is my hair a mess?" I said, "Oh yeah, you got to get it fixed." Well, I was wanting to talk tonight. When it comes to the case with the Rittenhouse guy or whatever, you know, man, I think the boy is innocent. I hope he gets off of it. I mean, I think they might give him some charges when it comes to, for doing certain stuff, being that he wasn't old enough to have that gun on him. But with the, trying to say he was murdering all that, that was self-defense all the way. It's kind of crazy how the prosecution was pulling their crap, and being shady. And I'm glad that judge stepped up and said what he said to him and got him back in line. But that's the thing about with our Constitution and our laws and stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on that they're not following our Constitution, or they're trying to abolish it, and they're not holding people accountable for when they break the laws and do things in our country. And even with us, trying to make us take things that maybe we don't want to take, and y'all know what I'm talking about out there. That's against our rights, y'all. That's against our rights. If we don't want to take it, we don't have to. It's our choice. You shouldn't force us to do stuff. And it's like OSHA, they force OSHA's hand to try to make OSHA mandate that stuff for if you're on a job. That's crazy too. That'd be like OSHA trying to tell me I gotta take an aspirin because I got a headache. Come on. That don't make no sense. And if you think about it, okay, let's say that it did work. Let's say that if you got the jab, let's say that it did get rid of the thing, then that'd be a different story. But we all know that basically that ain't the case. There's people that's got the jab and they still catch it. So they're not preventing it. They're not getting rid of it, and they're not preventing people from getting it. People are still getting it. The thing about it is they try to say, well, it just keeps you from being able to go to the hospital or whatever, or being severe if you do get it. But it's like, man, people need to stand up to that stuff. Don't just go along with the go along, and don't believe the bullshit. We got to stand up to this stuff. And I heard Tony Lawrence, had a video that he shared out with a guy called A American. That guy made a lot of sense what he said. If you don't know his channel, go to it and look at it, that video. He's right. I think they will come after our guns. I think they're going to do it eventually. They're going to treat us like Australia, and I think they will try to go after our guns. If they abolish certain things that's against our Constitution, that there's other things they're going to do too against it. That's just the bottom line. These high up people can get away with all kind of crimes and doing this and doing that, and the regular people, we don't have that luxury. If we do something wrong, we're going under the jail. But if you got money and you got status, or you got a certain seat, or you're in office or whatever, you can pretty much do whatever you want and get away with it. I think us as American people and patriots and people that love this country, I think we got to think smart. We got to think smart about what we're doing, and where everything's headed. Now we just heard this guy that was on the news, the Hawking guy or whatever that's up there in New York City, talking about if that mayor, the black mayor, if he brings in the law and goes after people, for crimes and stuff, that Black Lives Matter will protest again and burn stuff and break stuff, and though he said there'll be bloodshed. If a guy can go on there and threaten and get away with it, why ain't they locking his ass up? If I get on here and I say something and I threaten somebody or threaten I'm going to do something, that's a threat. You can get in trouble for a threat. But evidently, it's whatever. Certain people get away with stuff, certain people can't. I seen a video tonight on the TV. It showed these people going into a grocery store, loading buggies up and pushing them out the door and going to their SUVs and loading their cars up. One of the ladies, it was a white couple. I think it was a man and a woman. One of the ladies, she had a grocery buggy full of washing soap. I'm thinking, damn, lady, you got that much laundry? Why would you steal that, y'all? That's stupid, That's crazy. Why would you steal laundry soap, And where the hell is the cops at? When this is going on, where's the damn cops at? You're going in the store and stealing shit, pushing it out with a buggy. You ain't even in a hurry. This lady wasn't in a hurry, y'all. She was just kind of throwing it in there, but she wasn't like balls to the wall, throwing the stuff in her car. She was pretty much taking her time, like she bought the stuff, like we would do. If we bought it, we would just put it in our car. That's how she was doing. Excuse me. That's how she was doing it. Where's the law enforcement at when that happens? Why ain't they? I know it's political. I know that there's a lot of things they're letting go on because it's political. But where's the local law enforcement at when people are stealing shit like that? And why ain't people that's in the public standing up for this? When you see somebody doing something like that, won't you stop them? If I was somewhere and some guys were loading crap up, I'd stop them. And I don't care if I got in trouble or not. But I wouldn't just let somebody steal like that. That ain't right. Everybody's hurting. Everybody's hurting because of inflation and the stuff that Biden's doing. I told my mom the other day, she said, I got to go get some food for Thanksgiving, ham and all that stuff. And I told her, I said, Mom, don't freak out. I said, don't freak out. I said, the prices are high. And she says, I know. I said, when you go to buy that ham, I said, that ham, y'all, I'm wanting to say, Mom said it was like, I want to say like $4 a pound for the ham. What? Foolish, man. But, there's some things coming down the line, and you hear about China, about their mess, and you hear all this mess on TV. You don't know what's true. You don't know what's false. It could be a lot of smoke and mirrors, as I think a lot of things are smoke and mirrors, y'all. I think a lot of it is. Maybe they're trying to scare us or whatever, and some of it could be true, But the thing about it is, fear does a lot to people. And then you got fear mongers out there. And I'm not talking about patriots like, me and my buddies. I'm talking about the news and this and that. We're just telling you, I'm not trying to scare you with anything. I'm just trying to tell you to be, to watch and to pay attention and get your stuff straight. I'm not trying to scare you a bit. The thing about it is, if you believe in God and you're right with the Lord, you have nothing to be afraid of. What do you need to be afraid of if you're right with the Lord? Life on this earth isn't the beginning. It isn't. Life is not all here on earth. This is just the beginning, y'all. So we have no need to fear. And any problems you're going through, if you lay them on God, He'll take care of them. So you have no reason to worry and fear. Now, I'm a worrying person, y'all. I worry about stuff. I worry about bills. I worry about my daughter. I worry about stuff that's going on. So I just automatic. It's just the way I am. I just, when I was young, I wasn't like that. I was the type of person that I was like happy go lucky. But as I get older, I kind of worry about stuff. And it's not that I fear it. It's just I worry because I want to make sure that I'm doing the right things to take care of the problem that's coming. And even me, there's times that I don't feel like that I need to leave stuff with the Lord. I feel like I can fix it myself. I feel like I don't want to worry Him with my little problems. There's plenty of big problems out there that He can be dealing with than to worry about my little deal I have. But even little problems, if you're backed in a spot to where you feel like you can't get ahead, or there's things in your life that you need to that needs to be fixed and stuff like that, lay it on the Lord. The Lord take care of it. We need to have faith, and I hear a lot of people say, the battle now isn't a battle of flesh. It's a battle of good and evil in the spirit. And I believe that. I believe all the evil that's being pushed out there, and they're trying to bring up the race thing and trying to say it's black against whites again. They're trying to get all that started. What it is, it's a battle between good and evil. And they're doing their best to divide our country. That's what they're doing. We still got that border down there, and people are just coming in left and right. They're flying people into my state of Florida. I don't see them personally because they're not flying them to where our airport's small where I live. But they could be going to Orlando or Tampa. I don't know. I haven't stayed out there to watch. But I heard they're coming into like Jacksonville and stuff. So DeSantis is really starting to see what he can do to crack down on that. Go after the contractors that's bringing them in. There's not a lot he can do when it comes to federal because the air, the FAA or whatever. So it's hard for him to do something with that. But he's trying to go through other channels to do that. We just need to pay attention to stuff, y'all. We need to pay attention to stuff. But my right to bear arms, I had the National Rifle Association. I'm a member, and I've been a member for a while now. And I had them call me a couple months ago to re-up my membership. And I talked with a guy, and he wanted to know if I wanted to re-up my membership. And I said, well, dude, I said, right now, I said, I don't want to, really don't have the money to. He was talking to me more and more. And he told me about, that Biden's trying to take away our gun rights. And I told him, I said, I don't care what laws they pass about my guns, because I ain't giving them up. If they want them, let them come and get them. I said, if they want these guns, let them come their ass to my house and try to come get them, if that's what they want to do. They're going to do what they're going to do, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Americans out there that feels the same way I do. We're not going to stand for the foolishness, y'all. And we need to stand up against all this junk. And we need to really pay attention to what's going on. I know there's some stuff out there that's trying to get our attention and basically keep our eyes off of what's really going on. I know a lot of that's going on, but we really got to pay attention to stuff, and don't let your emotions get the best of you. There's times I get angry about what's going on, and I'm pissed, But I think you don't think right when you're angry, or when your hackles is up. Um, you got to stay good in the mind, not get all pissed off and fly off the handle because you're not going to think straight, and don't do nothing drastic. You know, I think there'll come a time, whenever there'll be times for certain things. There's a time to do everything. It even talks about that in the Bible. No, I'm not a Bible thumper, y'all. I'm not a Bible thumper a bit. But I know what's right and I know what's wrong. And I know how I was raised. And there's some crazy stuff going on. That Kamala Harris lady, man, come on. Really? And John Kerry? What do y'all think about him, y'all? That dude is an idiot. And Kamala Harris is an idiot. It's like, man, I tell you what. But the thing about it is, just make sure your household, you got what you need. Be prepared for anything. Be prepared for anything. I'd rather be prepared and something not happen than to something happen and I'm not prepared. Prices of gas, everything's high. I know that. But if you ain't got stuff and stuff hits the fan or right now you go into a store, man, there's very little stuff. And I've also noticed, me and Stacy rode around tonight in the truck because I had to drive the truck because I haven't drove it in a while and I need to run it. And we went by, I don't know how many car dealerships. And I ain't talking about little tiny car dealerships. I'm talking about big car dealerships, new car dealerships around where I live. And buddy, the amount of cars that they have on them lots is very slim. But what the funny thing is, when we got back home, we were watching TV, and I watch a lot of the news, the politics stuff. There's a lot of car, like, sales ads on TV, like for Cadillac. I looked at Stacy, I said, they're still trying to sell these cars, but you go over there to Cadillac dealership and they ain't got but a handful of cars over there. So what's the sense in them doing the commercials if they only got a handful? That's crazy, But we got to be strong against this stuff, y'all. We got to stand up. You got to man up. That's the thing about it. People need to man up. Quit being passive. The other day I was out there at work and there was two guys, and I didn't know they were Democrats. I didn't know that. I figured they wasn't. But I can talk to somebody and pretty much figure out what they are, and they were both Democrats, and I called it. And I didn't call them out, but I called it in my head, and I was like, these guys are Democrats. Can you believe these cats actually think that Joe Biden is doing the right things? These are working men. These are blue-collar workers. These ain't guys that work behind a computer. These are guys that work they're guys that work on vehicles out at the mines. And they like Joe Biden. Dude, that is stupid. I don't understand it. And these wasn't young men. These wasn't young guys. These guys were probably, I would say, late 50s, early 60s. And I'm like, what the hell are they watching? CNN? Fake news, whatever. I don't know. What is these people thinking? But I do think people need to hurt. I do think people need to hurt. I think all this shortage of stuff, and people need to hurt because they still haven't got it through their damn head of them voting for this clown. And I know there was people that voted for this clown. There's some people that says, what happened, Philip? Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that happened, yes. But I also know too that there was some idiots out there that did vote for the clown. Okay? There's people out there that voted for him, y'all. Don't get that wrong. There's idiots out there that did. And people better start waking up, man. People better start waking up. And see what's going on. See what's really going on. But I think when people start hurting and maybe going starving or maybe losing stuff and can't survive and price of stuff so high they can't afford it, maybe then they'll wake up. But hell, it'll be too late by then. You know, and they try to say that the news is screwed up, man. The news is screwed up. They try to say, well, we need truck drivers. They need 80,000 truck drivers. Maybe we do need some truck drivers, but I don't believe that. I believe what it is certain states are wanting only truck drivers that work in the union drivers. They won't let the independent drivers pick stuff up. I talked to a buddy of mine the other day out of work, and his brother is a truck driver, and he says, yeah, in certain states, he said they won't let me go in because I own my own truck, and I'm not in the trucker union or whatever. He said, but I did talk to my brother, my buddy I was talking to. He said, I did talk to my brother. He said, my brother has been hauling loads up there. I can't remember what state he said it was, but it was where they got the bunkers in the mountains. I don't know if they're military or if it's for the president or what. He said, but he's been having to drive the trucks that's hauling like food and stuff into the mountain, because I guess there's some place up there in the mountains. I think it might be Virginia or somewhere up there where they have like a facility inside the mountain that's but he's been having to carry, he's been driving the truck up there, and they go through a lot of process. That's how I know he was telling the truth, because he said my brother was telling me all the process they had to go through there just to do that. So I know he was telling the truth about it. But that's kind of weird, y'all. I mean, things are kind of weird. I just try to keep an open mind about stuff, y'all. That's really what I do, and I try not to worry myself to death. But man, I mean, we gotta stay strong, man. We gotta stay strong, stand up for what we believe. The thing about it is, if we let companies sit here and tell us what we got to do to work for them, when does that stop? Maybe if you're a 20-year-old girl and you work for this company, and these companies get so tyrannical, because some of these companies feel like they own us. We work for them, but they feel like they own us. Maybe you're a 20-year-old girl and they say, hey, you need to take birth control. You're like, well, why? Well, we don't pay for maternity leave. So if you want a job with us, you got to take birth control, because you might get pregnant and we don't pay maternity leave. And if you don't do it, you ain't got a job. When does it stop? When does that stop, y'all? We let in the floodgate. It's just like, in this country, you have the right to say what you want to say, but you have the right to believe what you want to believe. And that's a great thing. And a lot of men and women have died. It's been paid for. Freedom's paid for. Freedom ain't free. It's been paid for in blood and lives of Americans that fought for this country, our veterans. And our veterans, man, they're awesome. They're awesome. But it's been paid for. Our freedom's been paid for. And you know what? There might come a time when it needs to be paid for again, because it cost. It's cost a lot of men their lives. And so, I mean, dang, man, it's nuts, y'all. Everything we're going through is just nuts. I talk to people and I'm like, you ever heard of something like this going down in our country? They're like, older guys are like, man, Philip, I've never heard nothing like this. It's like I've never experienced nothing like this. But the thing about it is, when you say free speech and you can believe what you want to believe, and you pretty much can do anything you want to do other than break the law or impeach on somebody's rights when it comes to freedoms, because of course they're trying to impeach on our rights all the time now. But when you do that, you kind of open up the floodgates, because there's going to be some stuff you're going to like freedom of speech. Okay, person has freedom of speech; they can say what they want to say. and you tell them, hey, you can worship what you want to worship. Now, if it suits you, then you're like, oh, that's cool. See, that person believes same as me. But when you open that floodgate, you might get a Muslim, you might get a Buddhist, you might get a satanic person, and they want to believe what they want to believe, or they want to spew the lies they want to spew out. But it's freedom of speech, and they have a right to 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 believe in what they want to believe in. But you open up the floodgates, that's the thing about it. But I just know that there's a lot of people that don't like this country. And there's a lot of people that do. But there's some evil people out there, y'all. Evil people, and we got to watch them. We got to watch them because they're getting more evil. I never would have thought people would be capable of doing some of the things they've did. But we gotta stand up for something. It's like that Aaron Tippin song. You gotta stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. And we gotta do what's right. And I'll never give up on the country. But man, it's gonna get rough. I mean, I can already see the signs. I already kind of see what's going on, y'all. I just don't like talking about it, but I kind of see where it's going, and maybe where to end up. And it ain't good. It ain't good at all. Because I watch a lot of stuff that's going on. I look at a lot of internet stuff. I see little signs and telltale signs of what's going to happen. It ain't going to be good, But I wish for the best, and I pray as hard as I can for this country, and I pray for people that, if they need prayers and stuff like that, I do it. But what can we do? That's what I'm always thinking. That what can I do? What can I do? What change can I do? It's like I talk to Donald all the time, and I talk to my buddy Ridge Runner. If y'all know who Ridge Runner is, or David Jones, I always think about what can I do, what can I affect, and what can I do. And when do I apply what I'm trying to do? And that's a hard thing to say. It's a hard thing to say is applying stuff, and when to apply. That means a lot. It's just like if you paint something, and you don't let it dry good enough, and you go to try to mess with it, and you get fingerprints all over it, and it ain't dried good, and you screw it up. So I kind of look at it like paint. You paint it, you have to let it sit for so long, and it depends on how hot it is outside or how cold it is outside, to how long you got to wait. So there's things we can do, but there's also levels that we can do, and how far do you want to go? It's like I used to race my Mustang all the time. I get up beside a Camaro or a Corvette, and then it really ain't all about how fast your car is how much you want to push it. What do you want to push it to? What do you want to push the limit to? Are you willing to about blow that car up to outrun that guy beside you? Or are you going to back off? Are you willing to speed shift it and take a risk of, burning your clutch up or just making it explode? I mean, it depends on, what you're willing to do. And there's people out there that's willing to all wide open. I'm not. I don't want to do that unless I'm pushed. If I'm pushed to a certain limit and I'm in a corner, or I see something coming up that's going to put me in that corner, I'm going to come out of that corner like a damn bear or like a lion. But we got to be careful about stuff. Everybody out there, they watch everything that you do. If you don't believe me, go on Google. Google something you like. Let's say you like basketballs. Google basketballs and shop for basketballs. Then log into your Facebook. Okay? Log into your Facebook. You're going to see basketball stuff. They watch everything we do. Everything that y'all do on Google, anything y'all do on Facebook, anything you do on any kind of social media, it's yours. They know what you're doing. So be careful of that. Because they know more about you than you know about you. They know what you like when you do a thumbs up or you do a heart. They also know what you don't like. So them algorithms that they do, they know a lot about a person. They know what you buy. They know what you like to look at. They know what friends you like to talk to. They know a lot about us, y'all. This technology ain't doing nothing but screwing us in the end. And that's where it's going to end up. You know, but people are addicted to it. People are addicted to the phones and the Facebook and the YouTube more than they're addicted. The people's addicted to cocaine. I really do. It's like an addiction. How many people could put that phone down and not touch that damn phone all day long? Not very many people. And the younger you are, the harder it is. The older people can do it because y'all are used to not having it. You know. But tomorrow, y'all, Screaming Patriot, Donald Wiseman, he's going to have, I think, a state representative, I think it is. Lips is his name. He's going to have him on his show. Because y'all know he always goes live. I think 5:30 is when he goes live. But tomorrow he will have the representative on where you can ask him questions. You can actually call in, ask him questions, and the chat will be up there on the thing. But he'll be on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's YouTube that he told me. So go make sure you check that out and ask some questions, y'all. Ask this guy some stuff. There's a couple things I want to ask. You know. But I want to hear some people get some good questions to him. And not to put him on the hot seat. Not to put him on the hot seat, y'all. He's a Republican, you know, so I know Republicans and some Democrats are pretty much the damn same. There's only a handful that's good, but, you know, ask him some legit questions, you know, and let's get some answers. While we got this opportunity, y'all need to go over there and do that tomorrow. I'm going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to be watching tomorrow, so y'all do it too. That's going to mean a lot, you know, and for Donald to do that, that's great. You know, he must have some clout or some pull because, buddy, it's hard to get somebody like that to come to your house and actually talk to us and actually sit there and take our questions and answer them. So, kudos to Donald, buddy. You got I don't know what, you got something special or something, buddy. But we're glad you're doing it. That's awesome for you to do that for us. So go watch him tomorrow. I think it's 5:30 on YouTube. And it'll either be under Screaming Patriot or to be under his name, Donald Wiseman. So definitely go check him out. You know, and make sure you support all the Patriots and all of us. You know, we need your help. Right now, they're really shadow blocking us. They're really screwing us up. So if you can, share this out. Share this out to your friends. Share this out to your family. You know, and support us. Because we're trying to get the word out there, y'all. We try to get the word out there to y'all. I try to make good videos for y'all, show you guns, show you some things I got, and stuff like that. So support us and share our videos out. Because that means a lot. When you comment and you share them videos out, more people sees it. And let's say you only got 10 friends. Well, 10 friends, you share it to 10 friends, and then they're 10 friends, and then they're 10 friends, and then we can build it. Where more people can hear what we got to say. Because a lot of this stuff, a lot of people ain't going to say what we got to say. Because they're scared to. You know, they're scared of being caught up. But anyways, I was just doing a little rant tonight and tell you some information, tell you what I thought. I love you guys. If you love somebody out there, tell them you love them. Always watch your six. Like I always say, watch your six. If you conceal weapon holder, carry that gun. Practice with that gun. Learn that gun. Learn to draw that gun out of the holster. Learn everything you can about that gun. And carry it. Whether you're a girl, whether you're a boy, whether you're a mother, father, whatever, grandpa, carry that gun. Carry it as much as you can. We need more people to carry them guns lawfully and to have them around because it's going to come down to it. We're probably going to get a terrorist attack coming up, y'all. I kind of have that feeling in my gut that we're going to have some kind of terrorist attack. Carry that gun more, because you might have to use it. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching my videos, and we will catch you again sometime. See ya.